Hello everyone. This video is about using GenAI to create Q&A from FAQs. To configure the GenAI use case from an instance, we have logged in our instance. We are able to see the welcome message here. Then we shall move to the GenAI Studio. Here, first, we will save our keys. For that, we will go to the settings. In settings, we find two options: Azure OpenAI credentials and Google Vertex AI. These keys are already added. Let's click and expand the first one. We will enter the API endpoint URL and the API key, and then click on the save. Once the keys are updated, we will next go to the models. Here, we can see that there are 5 models available. In case we have to add a new model, or suppose we open this as a fresh new instance, first time and we've just added the keys, 10, we won't be able to see any models available here. In such a situation, we will need to click on this Deploy Default Models, and we will be able to see all the default models. Once the models are here, next we will go the General Instructions. Here, for entering the model, we will select the latest one, thus we are selecting GPT-4o. Then, we will add the instructions such as scope, open-ended question if user input is required, or if any general instructions that we need to follow, etc. After adding, we will click on Save. Once the general instructions are saved here, we will go to the Chain section. On the Chains page, we can see all the existing chains. From here, we will click on New Chain for creating the new chain. First, we will have to give the name of the chain. Let's name it as Pizza FAQs. And in description we will add FAQs related to pizza. In the variation, let's add some Pizza Hut FAQs, and we will click on this plus button to add. Once we add the variation, now, we will add that task. We will click on this task button at the top. At the right side appears a card. Let's open this, and then, we will give the name of the card. Generally, this is to respond to our queries. So, we will give some related name, like, respond to query. We will select the type as reference document. Once we select the document, then it will ask us to choose the model. From the drop-down, we will select GPT-4. Token will be 300. At the prompts section, in the first section, we will enter you will be answering the queries related to pizza FAQs. In the instructions, we will first type provide the response from the given document only. This means that when the user asks any question related to the FAQs, then the response will be fetched from this document only. Second, we will type be very concise and to the point. Thus, it will give us the exact answer of the query. Now, we will click on the plus button to add these. In the doc content, we will provide the content that we have stored in our notepad files. We will copy from there and paste it here. Now we can see that all the questions are visible here. Once we click on Save, we can see a green tick mark which means that this doc content is saved. Let's move to the top of the screen where there is a Create button. On clicking on it, a chain will be created. Let's scroll down and search with the name, and we can find that present here. From the actions, we will copy the chain ID, and configure this to our console so that when we look for any pizza-related FAQs, then the response will come from that particular chain. Now, we shall go to the instance once again. In the instance, we will type some queries related to that particular chain. Let's type how do I avail contactless delivery? This response we are getting here has been fetched from responses coming from that created chain. Let's write another question. Can I do cash on delivery for contactless delivery? We can see that this response is also coming from that particular chain. In this way, we can configure our GenAI use case, and when we type our questions, we will get the related responses. Thank you for watching the video.